Hello and welcome to episode 5 of my werewolf-themed Oxygen Not Included playthrough. Okay, last time we had discovered the chlorine geyser and gotten started on our art and had a couple fires to start putting out, like the low amount of food we're generating. Turns out that with 5 duplicates we need 20 mealwood and we have 18. So our supply's been slowly dwindling. Kyrie has come down with hypothermia, so we need med beds. And people are getting really stressed, so we're trying to get the massage tables going and the decor up, so their stress starts coming down. Which it seems like it is, without them. So that actually, that priority is about where it should be. Except, we really need that food. And I want that mop at 9. So when people inevitably go down there, again, we don't get hypothermia. Alright. Waiting through the night. Our loud sleepers are not disturbing anybody. Alright. I also believe that we had adjusted Nikolai's priorities before, so he didn't do any art. That's true. We had. Let's fix that. Keep the decor up, gets the stress down. Copy settings. So that should give us the other 2 we need for now. Everything else will be a bonus that we can build up for when we eventually transition to other better crops. Things that don't, make our duplicates a little sad for eating. Because meal lice, quality is -1. And if you see the raising pink, then that's how much they like eating those foods. As they go up through the jobs levels, they expect better food and better decor. Oh hey, that's getting built really quick. Man. That's because we got dirt there and Lynette is really good at building. Alright, I've got 1 more square to mop at 9. And we can start researching other things again. I believe we were going to think about moving some of these hatches. Though, if we've done the internal combustion research, we need to get the setup we want for oxygen once we actually have the Weastwort. So for now, we can get into some refinement. We'll start with the brute force refinement, and that'll help increase duplicate travel time, which actually burns a lot of their productivity, just going from place to place. And Richard, why are you not planting seeds? Do we have these seeds? We do have these seeds. Have I mucked with your priorities? Farm. Oh. He's doing it while I'm wondering why he's not doing it. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Now that things are starting to look up, we can consider another duplicate. And Diver's Lungs is pretty good with Operate. But, well, hold on. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just reject these guys. They're not really helping us with what we need right now. decoration is starting to look very good, especially in here. It'll start to look even better over here once we get that stuff taken care of. Oh, Nikolai's napping. He went to bed early. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, it is a leaky oil fissure. That's awesome. And really hot. 600 seconds every 600 seconds. It is constantly active. Oh my. And producing some really hot material. Okay. Wow. Okay. Jeez. That's a lot of heat. I don't have the technology to deal with it. Especially because, well, you know what? This just means I can absolutely rush the ever-loving everything out of plastic. And yeah, that's what we're doing. We need to rush plastic right now. Where's the steam turbine? Yeah, steam turbine. We need plastic manufacturing, which we need the brute force refinement for. Yeah. Okay. So we're actually going the right way. Where is... I'm totally blanking on... There's that smelter. Yeah. Proper smelting. Alright, now we need to look at crude oil. Crude oil is actually being cooled by the water we let leak down there. And flashing that stuff to steam. Actually, can we cover up the one block it's leaking out of? Maybe. No, we can't put the genie back in the bottle. Okay. We're gonna have a heat source there. Unreachable food. That's because we ran out. That's alright. Our crops are just about done and ready to be harvested. Alright, Rowan, why are you not researching? Oh, because you're eating. That's allowed. We allow that here. Looks like Kyrie got better without the med bed. So we're just going to priority 6 this and see how things get built. The crude oil is a lot already. I'm going to have to make sure that when I actually pop this, I'm ready for a liquid expansion because it's kind of just really compressed in there right now. Actually, no, it's not. Not yet. It probably will be by the time I'm ready for it. Alright, we had the rock granulator start, or finish, so we need to start figuring out what to do as far as staging a refinement area. Now, I like having my farm be the bottom of the base. Oh, and we finished that digging project, so we need to start exploring into areas that are not super slimy. And that looks like one. We can figure out what this little alien structure is. This is going to get fast forwarded through. Okay, now that we fixed that, or began more of our exploration, we can continue on. We'll also need to get a bit more metal, eventually. How are we doing on consumable ore? Coal, we're not really doing great on that at all. So we're not going to coal power just yet. Especially not when we're having some issues with our oxygen generation, because we don't want to flood it with carbon dioxide and excess heat. Really want to minimize heat, if at all possible. Now, we're just walled in on germs completely. Do we have deodorizer? No, we do not. That's not getting done anytime soon. And I want that at a higher priority. Oh hey, one of our decoration plants is done. And I'm gonna cue some sweeping so this stuff gets back into containers at some point. Now, makes it easily accessible and improves the decoration rating everywhere, so our duplicants aren't as stressed. Like Richard is right now. Happy duplicants are productive duplicants. What are you doing, Rowan? You're running all the way down there and then realizing you have to go to the bathroom. Okay. That's a thing you can do, you're allowed. Alright. I want this finished so I can actually get the room bonuses for the growth down here. Then I want that so it can actually be a place for our carbon dioxide, which is used for basically nothing else, into an area where it can be useful. And it's not growing because it has not enough oxygen. Okay. We need oxygen generation. Who is operating? We've got Rowan and Nikolai. Or our operators. Alright, we better make this a higher priority so our oxygen actually gets done and people actually have water to like take showers and pee. Because that pipe is almost empty too, and it's not producing oxygen from the system where we've got hooked up. Which is not good. Carrie's going and zapping that apart. We found iron ore, which will be more used for things later on. We have an unlimited source of plastic. That's really awesome. Once it actually becomes something that we can completely deal with. So right now it's just a lot of heat. And we don't have the tech tree to actually deal with it yet. But like not having to go way down here to actually harvest oil is going to be huge. Alright, let's see. As far as other... There can be another one at this point. They're all... Yeah. Oh, hey. There's another unknown building here. We can dig to that. But we can also start going straight up. I think I'm going to start going straight up. Probably at 7 to maybe see if we can get around some of these slime biomes. And we're just surrounded, absolutely surrounded by germs. And this is the stuff, the slime lung, that's the stuff that'll kill you. That's not the stuff that'll like make you throw up for days on end. That's the stuff that'll kill you. Alright, ladder's being built. Cool. Alright, so we started settling out a little bit on our food production. Only a little bit. Yeah, okay. Crap. Alright, so I'm going to switch over to a coal generator on this, because it's really necessary. This just keeps not getting done, and we need it, and we can justify the heat for the not dying aspect. Alright, that will get done. Yeah, we may as well make that 9, because it is colony survival. And you know, surviving's important. Last time I checked it was anyway. So and it's starting to affect our plant growth. How just little pressure we have in the entirety of the base. So we're actually going to do one thing to fix that. That is not pressurize up here. That'll help. We're also going to... you know what? We don't need to do that just yet. Though we do need a... Actually, do we need that? Yeah. This room is not considered enclosed. Why are you not considered enclosed? Okay, whatever. Let's just make a door. Maybe then it'll be considered enclosed. And we can deconstruct this and this to finish making it look pretty. Also that and that. And then it'll start looking pretty. And the exploration without atmosphere suits actually hurts. Outside of greenhouse, yep. We need to make the building be a greenhouse again. Okay, so, well, we're out of food. We're low on oxygen. We've got 2 geysers we can't use right now. Walled off. But, hey, we've got a plan to fix most of these problems. Yeah, most of these problems. So yeah, things are looking pretty dire. And that's about the time we have for an episode, though. I guess find out what happens on episode 6. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.